Hi chums, well look at this, the shadow's back again, and great excitement today, really great excitement today. John was here. Look at the sky, look at the sky in Ireland. There's an aeroplane, look, what do you see? I'm going to zoom up on the aeroplane. Can't see the aeroplane, where is it? I can't even see the damn thing now. Well, there's it there. Where is it? There's it there. There's the aeroplane there. There's enough lasting about here. I've lost my aeroplane. There's it there, somewhere about the end of that line. It doesn't matter. Right, back to the garden again. Right, back to earth. Right, as you can see, folks, John was here, and he's only left a few minutes ago. And look, all the empty holes where the spuds were. Right, so here we go, folks. We'll start over here, and I'll show you what we got. Now, these spuds here are John's. On the left here is John, right? And those are organic shallots, right? And in that pile there is 2.75 pounds or 1.24 kilos. And here in this pile here, this is my pile, and there's 3 pounds in that, or 1.36 kilos. So just about a quarter of a pound more in my lot than John's. The difference in the mixes is, what do we see now? Did we get this right? John. Yeah, that's John's there. That's John's pile there at 2.75, and that's my pile there, and there's 3 pounds in it. And the difference in the mixes is, this mix has got farmyard manure and John Innes compost. That's compost with John Innes multi-purpose compost with extra soil in it. And John's is just a B&Q big box store with organic fertiliser. I use Gromore fertiliser. Right, so those were organic shallots. These are not organic shallots, these are just ordinary shallots. And my lot here, there's my lot, and my lot have got 4.5 pounds or 2.04 kilos, and John's over there have got 6 pounds or 2.71 kilos. So John did much better with his mix than I did with mine. Now, what we thought with these ones was that we think that the shallots, the salad type potato, prefers the lighter medium of the compost, because it's smaller potato, easier for it to move the compost about, and we think that's what might be the difference in it. Now if we go over here to these ones are called Colleen, and these ones here, these are John's here. Now John did really well in these ones, and these ones here, those are John's there, and those are 9.47 pounds, and my lot here, over here, 9.47 pounds, that's 4.3 kilos, and my lot here have got 5.07 pounds or 2.3 kilos. So John really did well in that one there, almost twice as much as I got. And once again, that's just the B&Q mix, the big box store with organic fertiliser in it. Those have done really, really well. That's one called Colleen. So I'm very happy with those, and John's mix did much better than mine in that one. Right, incidentally folks, what we're using here is these bags, these potato bags with holes in the bottom, and we put 3 potatoes in each bag. Okay, up here we've got Orla, organic Orlas, and John here, that's John's there. John had 2.3 kilos or 5.07 pounds, and I had, there's mine, and I had 1.8 kilos or 3.96 pounds. So nearly 4 pounds there. So John got that one as well. So he did well there. And then the final one here is Cara. And there's my Caras. They're a beautiful potato. Beautiful potato. And those were 3.35 kilos or 7.38 pounds. And there's John's in the scales and all. I'll just pour them out so we can see what's going on. And John's were 2.4 kilos or 5.29 pounds. So I got that one. But overall, there's the weights. Look, I'll let you see it. John got 12.94 kilos of potatoes and I got 11 kilos of potatoes. So he beat me by 2 kilos, which I think is very bad for him. To come here and beat a man on his own turf is not an awful thing to do. But this is one video. There's going to be another video. And what we're going to do for the next video is we're going to do a bit of this crack here, right? Where we're going to take these potatoes and kind of dump them over on top of mine, right? So for the next video we're going to have this kind of effect here. We'll leave those wee toady ones there and we're going to be kind of going. And I'm going to be going, right, these are John's potatoes here. He got about half a pound or thereabouts. And I'm kept quite embarrassed by the number I got, you know. So that's what the next video is going to consist of. John, alright. I'll get things done my way. So there you go, folks. It was a bit of good fun. I really enjoyed it. What did we learn? We were talking about this at length. We think that over here in the Charlottes, which are the salad type potato, they seem to do better in the lighter mix. So that would be the compost from the big box store. My heavier mix seemed not as good a mix for them, and both those were quite wet when we took them out. And these bigger potatoes, the more the main crop type potatoes, the here and here, we think that they do better in the more robust mix. But we also thought that one of the problems with those was, especially in these ones here, very dry, they need more water, and because the bags are very dry. And I'd been watering the bags religiously and they were all watered to the same extent. But these bigger ones, the Orlas and the Caras, the Colleens and the Caras, they were a lot drier than the salad potatoes. So they need more water. But we were also thinking, we put 3 potatoes in each bag. We think we could put 4 potatoes in for a salad potato because they're smaller, and 2 potatoes for the main crops because they seem to like a bit more room. And we noticed with these 2 bags here that the roots were growing around the outside of the bag as well as down through. But a shout out to Dan Allotment Diaries. Dan, great job. This business here, definitely very good, because even with the way these ones over here, I was getting about an extra pound or more potatoes out of a bag than I get from growing them above the ground like I usually do. And for anybody looking, there's a good view for you there. That's just exactly how they're done. They're sunk halfway into the ground, and that'll give you an idea of how we've done it. So you can see all the holes where the bags were sitting in the ground, and the roots did come out through the bottom, and some were quite substantial at that. So a good way to go, and a good bit of fun. And just to recap, there's my potatoes and there's John's. Alright, John's on his way up to do some work up north here, and he'll be sitting in the car thinking, that bollocks is going to tell loads of lies. And I'm going to have to make a video to tell everybody the truth. But there it is, folks, for what it's worth. It was good fun, and we learnt a lot from it. So next year we'll do something different, but along the same lines, but different, just trying different mixes and stuff, and trying different fertilisers. The fertilisers, by the way, I used a Gromore, which is just an ordinary off-the-shelf general fertiliser, 777, and John used an organic potato fertiliser. I think the organic potato fertiliser was another big difference. I think I'll use it again next year. I'll start using it next year. I think it's got good potential. So my job now is to clean these potatoes up. Not clean them up, they're all nicely dried. Get them stored and out of the sun before they go green. So there you go, all the best, folks. Bye bye. And John, thanks very much. That was brilliant fun. I really enjoyed that. Right, all the best now. Bye bye. And just a final shot of Ireland in the summer. It's just so nice to be able to show you this, you know. There's another jet there. See, there's an airport over here. Belfast International Airport's about 20 miles away from here. So all the planes going towards America and Canada come over here. So that's probably that guy's heading now, over towards Canada. So there you are, folks. All the best. And just before I go, look at my corn. Doesn't the corn look really nice? It'll probably not have enough time to grow, but it's looking nice and healthy. And that's it, my radishes. Anyway, that's it. So, all the best now. Bye bye.